love. So today we're going to talk about how I dyed my hair, how I keep my hair healthy as I can with having it this color, how I got it so light. I've had a lot of questions about a lot of things. I did just film a video on my hair extensions so you guys can hear a little bit about that. I did not film how I dyed them, but I used the same technique that I did with my last hair extensions, so I'll try and link that video down below with the pink and the hot pink, but I will also explain how I did it, so hopefully that will help. I'm going to start with the first thing I did before I went this light. As you guys know, I did have mid-tone hot pink hair and like some baby pink pieces on my natural hair. And I was a little worried because I did want to lighten it. I wanted to go pastel pink was my original plan. I just wanted to have a lighter pink hair because I never thought my hair would lift to this blonde. I never thought this would happen. And I only bleached my roots and did one bleach wash, which I'll explain that as well, on it. The only pieces that are like holding on and are kind of too warm toned for me personally right now are the ends of my natural hair, but I just kind of ignore them. Whatever. This was the first step, which I could tell made a difference immediately. This little guy, this is Olaplex. This is step 3. This is the retail option that you can get from your stylist, or you can order it from Amazon. I know a lot of people don't think that's legit, but it's a retail item, so it's easier to get. You don't have to be a hairstylist to have this one. Of course, as always, for any of this, I 100% recommend going to your hairstylist. I just have been dyeing my own hair since I was like 12 years old, and I have a lot of experience with dyeing my hair, know my personal hair, and what it can take and what it can't take. And if I screw it up, I guess that's my own fault. That's, you know, it's all on me. It's my hair. But again, I'm not a professional stylist. I haven't had any training besides what I've just experienced on my own hair or dyeing like a family or friend's hair. So this is step 3. This is the leave-in treatment of Olaplex. This little thing is, it's amazing. So before I decided to even bleach it at all, I had read and watched a million Guy Tang videos. Guy Tang is the best teacher. He will teach you many things. Anyway, no, this thing is amazing. I have used this probably 5 times and it looks really small. It's right about there. So I'll explain how you use it. So what I did first, I had crazy roots. I was ready to just fix my roots, but I was sick of having little flyaways. I still have little flyaways, so don't be fooled. My hair is still damaged. Obviously, you can't have this light of hair when you have this dark of hair naturally and not have it damaged. So you dampen your hair and you just make sure it's towel dried. You can either wash it before. I just went in and I wash my hair like once a week. I barely wash my hair. So I just dampened it, towel dried it, put this on. I left it on for about a half hour. People talk about sleeping in it overnight, but some of the videos that I've watched on Olaplex, they say that that's not necessary. A half hour is fine. It just says on there for like a minimum of 10 minutes. So even when I'm in a rush, but I still want to do a treatment, like 10 minutes is just fine. I could feel instantly after one time the difference in my hair. I am blown away by this. I feel like this little guy is the reason why my hair is growing so fast. Yes, love this so much. I feel like it should strengthen my hair, so I did that before and after I did my roots. So what I use to do my roots that actually brought the lift so crazy. So I went in just to do my roots. I was just going to lighten it. I was going to do my roots and then do a bleach wash. So I watched a ton of videos online and looked at what was the best one, what had the best reviews and stuff like that, and I decided that I was going to invest in a better bleach. I know a lot of bleachers are the same. I had been using just Sally's brand bleach with Sally's brand developer, but after purchasing this and using this different brand, it was really pricey because I'm not a cosmetologist, and again, I ordered this off Amazon. Please no hate. I have a lot of experience with dyeing my own hair and felt comfortable with trying another brand, and I felt like I was willing to pay the price to get it from Amazon. So what I'm talking about is the Schwarzkopf, I believe is how you say it, Blonde Me. And I decided to go with, I have 40 volume because I was using it with Olaplex. Please don't hate me. So I knew it would be equivalent to a 30 volume. That's the thing. If you are going to use Olaplex, you're going to use all the steps. Again, I'm not going to talk about every step of that. There are many hairstylists and stuff on YouTube. If you are curious about Olaplex, just look that up. But again, I don't want to get into it. I know it's dangerous to buy stuff online that you are not licensed to because it can be fake, but I had purchased other stuff from the seller before and it was legit. I feel it's legit, and even if it's not whatever this fake stuff is, if it is somehow magically fake, it's legit. So we're just gonna go with it. So this one is 40 volume. Again, recommend getting 30 volume. And then I also got so it's the Blonde Me Supreme Blonde Hair Quality Premium Lift, up to 9 levels of lift and improved hair care. So I don't know how true it is that some bleach is gonna be better for your hair than others, but this one, so I mixed the normal amount that I normally would, and I was putting on my roots, and I decided that I wanted a little more because I had I could have left it, but I wanted to make sure my roots were saturated and maybe bring it a little further down than I normally would, just because I wanted it to be brighter. And I was like, maybe I'll just do like a baby pink to a hot pink, something like that. I don't know. I was mixing more because I had like a couple spots I wanted to make sure were saturated. So I'm like mixing it. And when I looked back up, I could literally see how crazy blonde my hair already was. This stuff acted so fast, so efficient. Like, I can't get over how blonde my hair is. Like, I don't know. And then when my hair came out that blonde, after I washed it out and everything, I was like, maybe I'll be blonde for a while. I don't know. And then you guys have had like the best response to this hair. Thank you guys for being so supportive on that. But I knew that I wanted to do some baby pink, some silver, and maybe some lavender. So I did dye the extensions, and I'll show you what I used those. So that's just how I lightened it. And I do wash it every time I wash it with this guy. This is the Swarovski as well, Color Free Silver Shampoo. It says for gray and lightened hair. I leave mine on for probably 3 or 4 minutes before I wash it out, just because I don't mind there being a lavender tint. I want that lavender tint. So if I can get that lavender tint without redying it, cool. This is the only purple shampoo I've ever really used, so I don't have really anything to compare it to, but I'm happy with it. I feel like it helps. There's still some yellow tones in my blonde, and I want to tone it. I went and bought the Wella T18, I think is what it is. The toner that everyone talks about if you want white, platinum, silver hair. I bought that toner. I haven't used it yet, so I'm not going to talk about it because I don't have any experience with it yet, but I might use it to kind of tone out the rest of this yellow tone that's up here. And it just looks yellow compared to the rest, like because the ends of my hair are so white. So after I did that, I did one bleach wash, which is where you mix shampoo in with your bleach. So then after I washed that, I waited a couple days, and then I went back in and I mixed that together and just left it on. I didn't leave it on very long at all because I was terrified I was going to ruin my hair. I was so scared. And so I just did that, and then that's why I've left it with this orangey tint. I would love for that orangey tint to be gone, but I'm trying to preserve my hair as much as I can and use this little guy as much as I can. I also use the macadamia hair repair mask, like the deep hydration mask. It smells so good, and that stuff is amazing. I can get in the shower with my hair feeling so dry and gross because if you don't wash your hair that often, you're not conditioning it that often. I'll use products, but it's not the same as putting a hair mask on your hair. So there is a huge difference for when I take a shower and I use that and leave that on it for like 5 minutes as well. My hair is rather faded. If you look back a few videos, the first ones I filmed with my blonde hair, you will see that there's much more of a pink tint. There's more of a lavender tint to it. I haven't touched it up at all. The thing with having your hair this light of a pastel and how light of a pastel I want, it's a commitment. It is a commitment to have this hair. It is a commitment to have pastel hair. Everyone says like you will have to dye your hair over and over again. I know there are colored conditioners, and I want to try Overtone really bad. So I might snag that guy and see. But I'm honestly worried it's going to be too dark, so I might have to mix that with another conditioner anyway. Anyway, let's get to the actual colors that I used. Anytime I ever have done any of my pink anything, I always use conditioner with my color just because it lightens it, it stretches it further, and it doesn't hurt to have your hair being conditioned while you're dyeing it if you want a pastel, and I love pastel hair, as you guys know. So this is just what I use. I just grabbed this guy. It's the most affordable one. I use a ton of conditioner, especially for this pale of a shade. It's like a huge bowl of conditioner with like a dollop, little dot of dye. So this is just the Suave Almond and Shea Butter conditioner, the 100% natural almond and shea butter. It smells really good. It reminds me of every time I dye my hair for the last like year, but it's super affordable. It's only a few dollars. The giant bottle. I need another one because it's down to like here, but super good. And the actual colors that I use for pink, I mixed a tiny bit of Virgin Pink from Arctic Fox, which love this shade. It's really pretty. So yeah, just diluting this guy. And then I did use a little bit of Cotton Candy Pink. Just kind of diluted those heavily, like a tiny dot, and then a ton of conditioner, like 100 to 1, like 100%. 99% of this mixture is going to be conditioner, 1% or less is going to be color. This stuff smells so good too, just so you guys know. It smells amazing. It smells so good. That's what the color looks like, if you are curious. But yeah, so just that one, and then Manic Panic Cotton Candy Pink, my go-to, and I just mix it with that conditioner. And then for the silver, I used Sparks. You can see this is the only tube I've used, so this is about half the tube, roughly, and I was able to dye some of my natural hair. You can't see it in there anymore. And then all of my extensions, heavily diluted, of course. I feel like the closest to, like, you can see this darker gray right here, that's still going to be heavily diluted. This is actually a pretty dark silver, so if you want like a darker silver, or you want to not have to touch it up as much, you can go with just this, put this on your hair, and it's going to last for quite some time because it's going to take a long time to fade to this light of a silver. But I wanted like a really light silver, and I wanted like a dusty pink. So I had the bowl of the pink with the conditioner, I had a bowl of the silver with the conditioner, and then I had a bowl with the silver and the pink mixed together. So I had those 3 tones. And then I also did mix a little bit of purple. I believe I used the Arctic Fox Violet Dream, which I don't have on me right now, but I mixed just the tiniest dot of that with a bunch of conditioner as well. And then just kind of painted pieces. I would take a piece of the hair, say I have one weft, and I would kind of divide it depending on how big it was. And I would just ombre it, but in different lengths. If you watch Guy Tang, he shows this a million times, or watch my pink extension dyeing video that I'll link down below, where, so the top would always be the same, like probably this much of the top would always be the same, and then either drag that down and then put like the purple or the silver or the pink. I started with pink and then I would drag it down. Either some of these pieces I took pink all the way down and then put like just a little bit of silver at the very end. So all of my ends pretty much are all silver, as you can see, but there's like different levels. So it would be like pink, silver, and then like pink, silver. Does that make sense? Like different levels. And some were like pink and then the purple and like silver at the ends. Like it just was kind of random pieces. It didn't make any sense. There is no actual formula to it. Just kind of, if you keep the top color the same and kind of vary how you pull it down with a brush, again, you'll see that in the video that I do. Or like sometimes I would just take the piece like the big weft and I like took the end of one of the brushes that you use to dye your hair, like whatever you want to use, just and like kind of weave it up and down. So you're getting like a top layer, like you're highlighting the hair. But I sound really stupid, but I'm just trying to explain this. And then kind of did the different ombre as well, because I wanted it to just be like all different pieces and I wanted the ends to be cohesive, but the rest of it just different levels. Like some pieces are pinker, some pieces are more silver. I feel bad that there's not like an actual science of this is what I did. I'm probably going to update them and add a little more pink and a little more lavender to them. So if you guys want a video on that, I will try and film at least a little segment of me filming a few, like of me dyeing a few wefts. My hair is never perfect. It's never perfect. That's why it's always curled, because your hair can be a mess, and if it's curled, it looks intentional. At least I think it does. And if you just do like different pieces, or if you do an ombre, it can be slightly off, but it looks intentional. Like I wanted it to be just kind of like different pieces in different colors all throughout. There's so many questions that I get and I'm just trying to remember them all. Like, how do I keep my color? When it was brighter, I would get asked all the time, how do I keep the color from fading? I wash my hair once a week. I use a lot of dry shampoo, and honestly, especially with this light of hair, I use baby powder. It works better than any dry shampoo I've ever used. I love how it works. And if you have really pale hair or pastel hair, it's going to work perfect for you, because the worst it's going to do is kind of make your hair lighten up a little bit. And if you do have bright hair and you're trying to hold the color, I would again say don't wash it as often as you normally would. Don't wash your hair every single day if you can help it. And if you do wash it, like when I had bright red hair, I always washed it in cold water, even though I was only washing it once a week, roughly 1 to 2 times a week. I still in cold water, because red fades faster than anything. But if you are looking for a hair dye that lasts longer than any other one, Sparks is what I have found. It used to be claimed as permanent, but I've noticed that the boxes don't say permanent anymore, but it is the longest lasting one that I have tried. Their Purple Passion is insane. It'll stay in your hair for forever. So good. All right, loves, I think that's everything. If you guys have any further questions, just leave them down below and I will try my best to answer them for you. Again, I'm not a hairstylist and you can use whatever products you want. I would, again, suggest going to your hairstylist, but if you go to your hairstylist and they are able to either use like this kind of bleach or Olaplex, like go for the Olaplex. It works. I mean, given it could work on me and not work on you, just like with any beauty product ever. That's why I try to remain objective here on my channel, because some stuff will work for me that won't work for you. There are things that will work for you that won't work for me. So I hope that all makes sense. And again, don't be fooled. My hair is damaged. I just use styling tools and hair product to make it look less damaged. But my hair feels better now, blonde, this light, than it did when it was hot pink. Like it feels better now. Like this really has made a difference, even with using bleach on my hair. Yeah, okay, I really think that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like hair videos and you want more hair videos in general, like hair tutorials, videos about my hair extension videos, you just give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below. Please share this video if you could, because always that does help me out so much. It helps my channel get out there, and I really appreciate that. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.